to order the special meeting of the Bloomfield Hills Schools Board of Education, April 3rd, 2024. Calling to order, Trustee Noble, will you please take attendance?
Everyone's in attendance except for Trustee Southward.
All right, let's please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, moving on to Section 2, public comment. Is there any public comment? There is no one in the audience, so we will skip public comment. We will move on from public comment. And moving on to Section 3, closed session. Does anyone have a motion?
I move the Board of Education convene a closed session per MCL 15-268-8F for the purposes of reviewing the confidential applications for the position of superintendent.
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
No, we have to do a roll call.
Okay, thank you.
It's okay.
Suddenly Paul knows the rules.
Suddenly, I get it.
All right. Trustee Van Gemert?
Yes.
Trustee Colin?
Yes.
Trustee Pala?
Aye.
Trustee Noble?
Yes.
Trustee Kumar?
Yes.
I'm also a yes. Motion passes 6-0. We will be reconvening at the close of the closed session. We are back in session. We are reconvening under items number 4. Moving on to item number 5, board business. We are going to go through we just went into closed section to review all the applicant names. We each have a list with each of these individuals being identified by a number, and we will go through and tally and identify a number that we wish to advance for first round interviews. So I guess we'll just go ahead and start the process. Do you want to lead asking each one?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'll just go around if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
John, you look like I could hit you up first, so.
All right, all of them?
Yeah, just go one at a time, tell me what candidate.
2, 4, 5, 15, and 19.
And 19, right?
Yes.
Let me just verify. 2, 4, 5, 15, and 19.
Yes.
Okay. Michelle?
4, 5, 15, and 19.
15 and 19. Okay. Paul?
2, 4, 5, 19.
Okay. Megan?
I'm going to go 2, 4, 5, 15, and 19.
Okay. Tarek?
2, 4, 5, 15, 19, and 25.
Okay.
4,
4.
15, 17.
Oh, don't go too fast.
Okay.
15, 17, okay.
And 19?
19. Siva.
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 4. Number 5. Number 15. And number 19.
Okay. Well, I think you see some logic in the board. That's what you always hope happens. Right now, you've got 5 candidates that have met a minimal board number of 4. So, we're in order for a motion if, based on any discussion that the board wants to have. And again, please use the numbers. But you do have 5 candidates certainly to look at. If there's a 6, we're going to be here on that 3rd night. If you want to add somebody to that, you can. That's up to the will of the board. But right now, you have 5 candidates. Siva, will you do me a favor? Well, I'll wait until the motion. I'm moving ahead, I'm sorry.
So should we have a discussion now about if
Well,
we
you
want?
discuss after the, after the motion
Each-
too. But you could openly discuss the numbers if you want to.
Yeah, after the motion, right, that's discussion?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'll make a motion. I move that the Board of Education do first-round interviews for candidates 2, 4, 5, 15, and 19.
Second.
Discussion. This is where anyone who wants to advocate for an outlier would have the opportunity to do so, right?
You have a space available based on your schedule.
So, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tark.
No, I was just going to say for candidate number
25.
25, I felt significant teaching experience, with some very applicable settings that stood out to me as being relevant. I think would make a good addition for that kind of grouping. I think I was impressed by what I read in the cover letter, found, their experience to be in the same grouping, different level, maybe not in terms of current titles, not apples to apples, but I think having significant experience in the classroom, having that really stood out to me. I think it would be a good addition to the list. So we do have a space, not that that's a reason why to do it, but I would ask the other members of the board to consider that applicant.
If I could chime in. We could also do the alternative, which is drop candidate number 5 and focus on 4 candidates.
I thought you said number 5.
No, not candidate. We have 5 candidates shortlisted, potentially adding a 6th. You could potentially take out candidate number, the one with the 5th least votes, and have 2 days of interviews instead of 3.
So the one with the least would be 2.
Yes.
I'd be willing to I'd be willing to eliminate my vote for 2.
I can't speak, I didn't have, that was
Yeah,
not on
you
my
don't have
list.
to necessarily eliminate your vote, but it'll just be reflected in the motion.
Yeah.
You would support,
I would support
Siva's-
elimination of 2.
It's just the opposite of,
Yeah, I
you're
get it.
adding one more.
And-
I'd rather add one more than
Well, I
remove
don't think we
two.
necessarily need to add one more for the sake, because we have a spot.
That's
And
what
no, and I'm not saying.
Not for
and
the
I'm
sake of
saying
that, no.
For the sake we have a spot, and I don't think we should take away when initially 5 out of 7, just because, we want to eliminate a day.
Fair,
I'm just
fair.
saying, so.
I'm fine with 5 candidates. I mean,
But
we'll make
also
room for it.
subjecting, there's clear, strong support for several.
Yes, there is.
So subjecting people unnecessarily to a process is another consideration. So, I see it both ways. I would support adding TARCs. I would support going the other direction and eliminating. I would personally take back 2.
So
Or
you've
we
got
leave
a
it at-
motion on the floor right now.
I have a motion on the floor. I think we should keep it as is. If candidate 2 had, let's say, 4, maybe, but it was 5, and it's 5 out of, if it was 4, fine, and the others one had 7, one had 6, and 7, but this is 5. This is more than a majority, and it's to see the candidate. So I just think we should leave it as is.
Okay, I can support that.
I want to support Tarek's candidate. However, I don't want to put someone through
Yeah, I'm
something that I'm torn. I want to give the person an opportunity to be interviewed, but I don't know how that person would feel if they knew they were the person we're talking about.
And it's not
They won't
like.
know.
Well, no, they won't know, but I'm saying it's it's not like it was
I'm not sure it's an
3
exercise they
or
wanna go
2.
through.
It was
Yeah,
1,
it was
right? It
one.
was obviously it's not just the majority, it's, it's 1. I would support it if it got 3. To bump it up, it was, almost a majority, but it's 1.
Well, we have 2 candidates that have 7 votes, and I think our pool is very strong with the top 4 candidates on the list, so I don't feel it's necessary to add another person.
Yeah.
Personally, even though they are a strong and well-deserving candidate, I think we have such a great pool that I think we should go forward with who we have with the 5.
So for the motion, we have 2, 4, 5, 15, and 19.
Siva, would you do me a favor and write those numbers down on the top of that, or on the side of that sheet right there for me? Please, thank you. 2, 4, 5, 15, and 19 is the motion currently.
That's the motion, yeah. I think we should stick with the motion.
And was that seconded? That was
That
seconded.
was seconded by Siva.
Any other additional discussion? All right, we ready for a roll call vote? We'll go in reverse order. Trustee Kumar? Are you in favor of the motion as stated?
I am.
Trustee
Yes.
Noble? Trustee Fala? I'm a yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. So I'm going to go
Stop making phone calls.
make my phone calls,
Wait.
and then I will be back as quickly as I can get back in here.
Okay, so
Are we taking paperwork out now, or we're going back?
we're waiting until the end.
I'm just going to get him to vote.
Okay, so now we are going to go through our candidate interview questions. We each have a list in front of us.
Won't be that hard.
On the list, there are 7 sections, and in the 7 sections, we need 3 to be selected from each. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just randomly go through each section and assign it to a trustee who can take a moment to look through, take as much time as you need, and select 3 questions. Please do not read the question out loud. Please,
You want us to say the bullet number 1, 2, 3, or 4?
yeah, it's just state your section and which question you're selecting. For reference, in the calendar appointment, Rebecca did include a copy of questions that we used last summer. We will not be able to avoid duplication of all of them, but we can avoid it if you'd like to in your section. That is number 8. Thank you, Rebecca, in the resources in the calendar. So going through at random, I'll go through the, I'm just going to go as receded. John, if you don't mind taking on district relations. Michelle, if you could take on political awareness. Paul, I'm going to ask you to review leadership attributes. I will review instruction and curriculum. Tarek, if you could review finances. Carolyn, if you could please review staff personnel. And Siva, if you could please review, wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to have.
You normally do opening questions, ma'am.
Oh, okay, so I'll do opening. All right, sorry about the confusion there.
That's okay.
So Siva, if you could please take on what?
Instructions. Yep.
Yes, thank you. Everyone clear on their section, other than me?
Nice job.
I think you're clear.
We're just picking 1, right?
3.
3.
3 out of the, that's in front, okay.
Yeah, and some of the sections have,
4 or 5.
yeah.
Come on, computer.
Rebecca, my access was denied to that number 8 in the agenda.
Same. You're not even looking at number 8.
I don't care. I'm gonna ask the questions I want to ask.
Thank you. Just by show, is anyone complete yet? Are we all still working on it? You're complete? Few more minutes?
No, mine's just difficult to
Yeah.
not pick. Go ahead.
You have a tough subject area. Take a few more minutes.
No, go ahead. You can just start with Siva. If everybody's ready.
All right.
All right, so I will start with you, Siva. So under instruction and curriculum, which numbers would you like to select?
Like to pick number 1, number 5, and number 6.
Thank you. Carolyn, under staff personnel, which ones would you like?
1, 2, and 3.
All right. Tarek, under finances, which would you like?
2, 4, 5.
2, 4, 5. Paul, under leadership attributes, which ones would you like?
2, 4, 5.
John, under district relations, which ones would you like?
1, 2, 5.
And Michelle,
3, 4, 5.
under political awareness, we are doing 3, 4, and 5. All right. Should we adjourn for a few minutes until? Yeah, let's adjourn. We will be reconvening. While in closed session, Tim Stein of MLI went to contact each of the candidates that we had just voted on, and unfortunately was able to get in contact with all 5 of them and confirm that they would like to be announced. So with that in mind, the Bloomfield Hills Board of Education is pleased to announce the following list of candidates selected to interview for the open Superintendent of Schools position. Billy Schellenberger, of Superintendent of Clawson Public Schools. Stephen Bigelow, Superintendent, Bay City Public Schools. Eddie Kindle, Associate Superintendent, Genesee ISD. Catherine Kohansky, Assistant Superintendent, Walled Lake Consolidated School District. Rick West, Deputy Superintendent of the Troy School District. The first round interviews are scheduled for April 16th through 18th, 2024. More specific details regarding the interviews will follow as a schedule is finalized with the candidates. We'd like to thank every candidate that submitted an application for this process. We each spent extensive time reviewing all of them. We appreciate your interest in this process, and we thank those who are willing to move forward April 16th through 18th. And with that, I don't think there's any other business that we need to attend to. So now we are adjourned.